Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to your third tutorial in our series of layout designs in Android. Until now, we are done with just the theoretical part of the layouts. In this tutorial, we'll be working on the practical implementation of the layouts. So guys, now open up your Android Studio software. Select the Start a New Project option. Put the application name as per your convention. I'll keep it as the linear layout. The package name should be unique for every project developed across the globe. Once you're done with that, mention your project location and click on the next button. Over here you can select your minimum SDK. I'll keep it as API 14, which is the ice cream sandwich. After that you can select either a blank activity or an empty activity. I would prefer to select the empty activity. Now over here you can keep the activity name as main activity, which is the default activity. So this would be the starting point of any application. After that you can click on the finish button. Once you're done with this, it will take a couple of minutes or might be a few seconds depending on your hardware configurations to build the project. So we'll just wait for like half a minute. Until then, you can also try this out by opening your Android Studio so that you will be with me. Yeah, this would take another few more seconds. Okay, there we go. So our Android Studio project is open. It's currently indexing, so we'll give it a few more seconds. Okay guys, now our project is open. So I'll just walk you through the resources folder over here. So basically we'll be dealing with the layout folder where the actual design of an application exists. Here is another folder named as drawable. In this folder we usually put all the images or probably the shapes which we usually create for putting in our layout files or probably in our main activity or Java files. After that we would also be dealing with the values folder. Over here we'll be probably working out with the styles.xml file. We will also be using the styles file to put some of the custom designs for our layouts. Okay guys, enough of the speech. Now let's get working. Now, whenever we open the layout file by default, it is always in the design mode, as you can see over here. You can switch between the two modes, either design or text mode. If you get this rendering problem, just skip it. Okay, so as you can see over here that Android Studio has by default added the hello world over here. So I'll just get rid of it by just selecting it and clicking the delete button. Okay, now we want to add a linear layout. So I'll just drag a linear layout with the horizontal orientation from the palette and put it into the screen. As you can see over here that it is occupying the entire layout. Also it is having a small space on the side which is the padding. So either you can skip the padding or we'll keep it as it is. Okay, so now I'm dragging a button from the widgets to my layout. As you can see over here, it is placed on the top left corner. You can position it using the gravity over here, the gravity property. Either you can place it at the center or bottom. I'll drag one more button so that you can get an overview of what the horizontal representation of the linear layout looks like. So when I drag the button, it prompts me to put the button only after the new button. It won't be allowing me to put the button below it since the orientation is set to horizontal. You can drag as many buttons as you want from the palette. Now as we can see over here that the Height of the linear layout is set to match parent. What does match parent mean? The match parent is basically occupying the entire portion on your screen. So if you want the linear layout to only wrap your buttons, you can put the height as wrap content. So it will only be occupying the buttons. It won't occupy the entire screen. And that was about the horizontal orientation in the linear layouts. The vertical representation is also similar to this, except that the buttons will be aligned in a vertical manner. So I'll just get rid of this. We will also delete the horizontal layout. And now let us drag and drop the linear layout with the vertical orientation. Okay, now this is also by default wrapping the entire screen. Okay, now let us drag and drop a few buttons onto a screen. This time I'll keep it on the center. Now as you can see that when I dragged and dropped the button, it prompted me to put either on the left hand side, center, or the right. So I have put the button on the center. Now I'll take another button and try to put it on the left. As you can see, it's allowing me to only put the button below. It is not allowing me to put the button on the left or the right of the first button. This is because we are using the vertical orientation in the linear layout. You can also change the height of this layout to only wrap the buttons. We have a few more properties of the linear layout which we'll be using most commonly, such as that of a background color. Let's scroll down to the background. Yeah, it's over here. Now over here you can paste your code. I'll keep it as 000 000. Press enter. So as you can see over here that the linear layout is having a black background now. So guys, that was it for the linear layout. In the next video we'll look at the relative layout. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Peace.